Question that was submitted to our Facebook page. This one's coming from Heather Duncan in Exeter, and she's asking, do you support Common Core? If not, what will you do to get it out of our state? And we'll start with Senator Forrester with this.
I do not support Common Core. I think parents are the best judges of how the best education for their children. I happen to be a founding member of a charter school. I believe parents know best what's good for their children, whether it's a private school, public school, homeschool, or charter school. Parents need to be in the driver's seat. And I would, if governor, one of the first things that I would do is reject or pull back from Common Core.
Mayor Gatsas?
Well, there's no question that in the city of Manchester, we fought against Common Core. I took a vote along with the school board that said we weren't going to implement Common Core in the city. We then got letters from the federal government and the state education department saying that if you don't change your votes, you're going to lose $46 million of funding. And if you don't change your votes, the state of New Hampshire will lose $420 million. Unlike some of my opponents, Chris Sununu being one, he's voted twice to put in the chairman of the Commissioner of Education twice, who's a big proponent of Common Core. Also board members. So I can tell you that any commissioner that I place into education, the two things they have to be thinking about is parental choice and local control. Those are very important things, and that's the way you fight Common Core. But I can tell you that as governor, I'm going to eliminate Common Core from our educational system because I can tell you that it's not right for the children.
Councilor Sununu?
Common Core has to be scrapped. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, 100%. And again, I don't talk about that because I read a talking point on a political piece of paper. I'm a dad. I'm a parent. I have a 5th grader and a 6th grader. I'm in their classrooms, and I'm seeing what Common Core has done to erode quality, individualized curriculum in our classrooms. The teachers are just as frustrated. I call it the invisible handcuffs. We got to empower teachers and parents and let them do what they do best so that they have the time and effort to maybe give a child a little extra help who needs it, or maybe challenge a child who could be challenged a little more. When my son came home last year and told me that he practiced for the Common Core exam 20 straight days, there was nothing educational about that. We've gotten to the point where we're just testing to see who practiced the most. Let's get practical. Let's get real about what's going on in our classrooms. There is no place in our state more than in our classrooms where Washington has reached in with their regulations, with their bureaucracy, and completely eroded individualized education and control of the parents and teachers.
Representative Edelblut. Perception and reality on that one, Josh, because again, the councilor had the opportunity to vote twice against that Commissioner of Education and didn't. But today he's in an election and he wants to blow up the Department of Education.
Quick response, we got to move on.
Yeah, I've said I'm very disappointed in some of the votes on the Board of Education, and I've said very clearly and publicly I would gut it. I would really gut that Board of Education because they have lost, again, the philosophies and principles of local control in our schools.
Representative Edelblut.
You know, in an age of innovation, where everything around us is becoming personalized, why would we ever imagine that homogenizing education, making education the same, not only across the state, but around the country, is a good idea? We all know that not all 3rd graders learn at the same pace. We all know that young girls learn faster than young boys at that age. You know, so we have an opportunity to take our education system into the future, into the 21st century, and move and break free from this model of industrial education that is not helping us. And it's curious now to see that the mayor is against Common Core because in the city of Manchester, he put in Common Core Light. Tom Raffio, the chairman of the State Board of Education, admitted that the Manchester standard includes 80% Common Core. Now, he changed the name so that the parents wouldn't notice, but that's still Common Core.
The truth on that, Josh, is that there were only 2 communities in the state of New Hampshire that changed their educational policies when it came to Common Core. And Representative Edelblut, I didn't see Wilton, I didn't see you standing there in Wilton trying to change the Common Core that was coming before that educational community.
So then we're agreeing it's 80% Common Core in Manchester.
It's that there were only two communities in the state that did anything about Common Core because we were going to lose funding.
All right, thank you, candidates, and thank you, Heather Duncan, for submitting that question. Let's go back.